hey guys, I love this book. It's the Everything Store. It's the story of Jeff Bezos and how he started Amazon. And, he started from nothing as well. And when you're starting out, it's tough, but I totally going to give you this plan about how you can go about doing this, how you can actually, in 5 steps, test your business idea with no money. So one of the most common reasons why business ideas don't go live is because, you think the idea is no good. And other people tell you, the problems, and you start manifesting and thinking that's no good as well. This is really normal. It's totally normal. And actually, it's a good idea as well. It's a good idea to test the idea and to make sure if it is a good idea or not. It's great. But you need a formula, you need a way to cut through that and validate it. And these are the 5 steps I use to test my business ideas. And I'm going to tell you a story as well while we do this about how I tested my credit card comparison website and how I actually manifested that into a business and how I tested it with no money. So a lot of people think maybe validating the idea is the hardest part, but I assure you now, and we've got this course coming up that'll teach you how to start your business idea. It's not the hardest part, so we're gonna get it done now. We're gonna get into this. You can do this. There are 5 steps to doing it. Let me tell you about them. When it comes to testing out business ideas, and let me just tell you a little secret, I love testing business ideas all the time. I am constantly talking to people about my ideas, testing them, working out if it's going to work. I am a non-stop idea creation machine, but I'm constantly testing them because maybe they're just ideas that are good in my mind or good for just me. I need to know whether other people are interested. And that's what these 5 steps are all about. It's about testing the idea because your idea to you might be cool, but the difference is that there may not be an actual market for the idea. But these 5 steps, they'll help you test your idea and cut through that and validate them. I love doing that. It's awesome. This is what's going to help you out. Let's talk about the biggest myth. Do you need money to test an idea? No, you don't need money to test a business idea. I do it all the time. I talk to people. I'm always throwing around my business ideas. I'm testing them in small scale ways that don't cost money because I have so many ideas. If I was to spend money on doing every single one of them, I'd probably have no money. So how do you test your idea with no money? Let's talk about the 5 steps. Step number 1, I'm going to tell you a story about this. When I was starting my credit card comparison site, I needed to find someone with the problem. So I found this girl. I put an email out to some friends and some people I was working with, and I asked them, does anyone have credit card debt, and what have they done about it? And I asked them, hey, could I just have a 30-minute chat with you and just ask you about what it's like and things like that? Didn't really ask too much. It was just 30 minutes and we just hang out and we talk about things. There's no expectations. And so we sat down and I asked her about this problem. And it was great because now I could start to learn about the business problem. I could understand what it's like to have credit card debt. And that's what this whole website, Credit Card Finder, was about. It's about solving that problem, about people who have credit card debt and then balance transferring it and solving it, right? So now you've found the person who has this problem, who has this potential challenge. And step 2 is now you want to find out and ask them the story of how they got the problem. So I asked her, how did you get into credit card debt? And she told me the story. She, was living her life and she had a car and the car broke down and she had to fix the car. And then one day when she woke up, she got a letter, a few days later, and she had a car insurance payment. But because she just had this breakdown with her car, she didn't have enough money to pay for her car insurance. So she couldn't drive her car, which means she couldn't go to work. That's a serious thing, right? If you can't go to work, that's a big deal. So what she did was she figured out, okay, how am I gonna, she had too much credit card debt to pay her car insurance. How am I gonna pay my car insurance and go to work? So what she did is she went out and researched this. She asked her dad what she should do. And I think she might have gone on the internet, I'm not sure, but she basically went and found a debt consolidation. And that's a similar thing, right? So she dealt with her credit card debt. She told me the story of this, and that's the thing. Once you've found the person You want to ask them how they got to this place. And that story is a story you're going to keep in the back of your mind. I've kept that story of that girl who couldn't go to work because she couldn't pay her car insurance and the feeling she had all the time. Step 3 is asking this person about how they solved their problem. So I asked her, how she solved it. She obviously got a debt consolidation loan, but I asked her in detail, did you go to the bank? How did you find out about this idea? How did you learn about debt consolidation? And she told me the whole story about all these things and all the ways. And I was learning while she was doing that, where and how you would go about actually, what the customer's going to go through, what they're going to experience. And because of that, I was able to understand the market. I was able to understand what to write, what to put on the website, what to build the product. And that was a really, really, really important idea. So that story of how she solved it, that really has informed me from now on, all the time. I have her in the back of my mind. And what does she expect to see when she lands on that website? Step number 4 is to introduce and test your solution. So while I was talking to her, I said, hey, I know you went through this challenge. Just want to ask you, if you had a website that did X, Y, and Z, or if you had a product that did X, Y, Z, how would that have helped you? And I'm testing the business idea there. I set the problem up. I've understood her story of how she got here. We've really connected with her. We've got that empathy. We're really understanding where she's coming from. And now is the moment where you can really just ask directly about your business idea, which is really, really important. So I literally just talked about the website I was going to build, would it have helped her. It was a critical moment in time where I was testing the business idea. Number 5, step 5 is really important, because what you want to now do is ask all the expectations they would have when they experience your product. So in my case, I wanted to know what should be on the website, what content should be there. And I found out a really critical part about when people are comparing credit cards or they're trying to pay off their debt, what they need to do. And that was a really, really, really critical moment in time. What do you expect it to say? What functionality do you expect to be there? This is the moment in time where you get to ask the customer to tell you what to build for your product. So they're telling you what they want. And so when you go out and give it to them, they'll already say, hey, that's exactly what I wanted. And this way you've tested and already learnt about what your business idea will be and what it will do for the customer. That's the moment in time. And you just build those features, you build those ideas and have that story in the back of your mind and write and build from there. So those are the 5 steps to test your business idea. Find a customer with a problem, ask them the story of how they got there, and ask them then how they solved the problem. Then introduce your business idea, and then ask them all the expectations that they have for that business idea and your product that you're going to go and build. Now, if you want to take this idea further, now that you've tested it, I'm putting this course together. It's how to get confident and start your business idea. It takes you from A to Z. It's going to actually really be the ideas that I use and my methodology and my process to build businesses and put them together. Now, I can't guarantee that your business is going to be a success, and I can't guarantee that your idea is going to work or anything like that, but I can guarantee you that this was my process that I use to start businesses and test business ideas and get really confident about doing it. It's exactly what I want to give you. I want to give you that confidence to start your business idea. Hey, it might not be for everyone. That's cool. Totally understand. If you don't want to start your business idea now, totally get it. But if you do, check out the course, click on the link. It's pretty cool. It's some of my best work. You might be interested. Oh, by the way, I just remembered I've got a bonus for you. If you subscribe to the course this week, I'm doing a live Q&A. That's me and you. We'll have live questions. There's limited spots. You've got to get in by the end of this week. The offer ends this week. I'm really sorry, but there's just limited spots. There are a lot of people who want to get in on this. Guys, sign up for the course right now. You'll get the bonus. Check it out.